We're live. We are live.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
auditorial
Woo.
and visual out
Woo.
there in the YouTubers.
YouTube.
Welcome
Yeah.
to GQ,
Yeah.
a wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
It's episode 40, and this guy's
40.
wearing the boobs and butts shirt.
Heck yeah, I am.
Episode 40.
We made it 40 weeks.
It's been a minute.
40.
We have been doing this
Our year.
consecutively for 40 weeks. We are rolling up on a year. We've taken
Some like 2-3 weeks.
a few weeks off.
Weather, vacations, life.
So we're just rocking and rolling. Merch store's up. Got our partnership with Dubby.
Yeah.
Couple more sponsorships in the works. We're trying to get it all figured out still.
Yeah, that's right.
So just off the bat, I want to thank anyone and everyone that has gone to the merch store, gotten their stuff from Dubby. We appreciate that from you guys. We also appreciate the sponsorship and partnership with Dubby Energy.
Yep.
We've got a lot to talk about
Tons.
this week.
A lot.
So with that being said, we're just going to get right into it. And here we go.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of GQ Wrestling Podcast. I'm Justin. That's Garrett. Episode 40! We did it! 40 weeks of this.
40 ounces?
You drink 40s?
No.
Edward 40 hands?
You want to fuck around and find out?
I don't want to do
Okay.
that. That's a dangerous game we're going to play there. No, thank you. What a week. What a week in just overall life. It's just been nuts. I worked this weekend. You worked this past weekend. You were bored. I wasn't. It was
bored out of my mind.
I was not. I was running like a crazy person. And then Sunday, it was Sunday. It was a nice, relaxing Sunday. I didn't have to do really anything. I needed a day to just relax. But it's all good. But let's start it off with the merch store is live. Like we said in the intro, the merch store is live. I came for the boobs and the butts and stayed for the wrestling shirt, which you can get on our shop. The link will be in the bio.
Yeah.
It's just a lot harder to say. There's a lot of words. It's a long hyperlink, but worth every penny. And
Click it.
the best
Check
thing
it.
about our merch store, it's reasonably priced. There's nothing too crazy. New assortments of colors on shirts will be live this weekend, so you can have different categories of colors for shirts. Instead of the standard black or yellow or gray, you can have different variations of it, which will obviously add up in price a little bit more because of the different color shirts, but still, variation is variations. And then we also want to thank, obviously, at the beginning of the podcast, we want to thank our sponsor, W Energy. We were very thankful for them. Actually, seeing more and more of their content and seeing more and more of their pictures on my social media, it's starting to grow, which I love to see. We'll put also that link in the bio where you can purchase your W Energy today with using our exclusive promo of GQ Pod 10. GQ Pod 10. I think that's pretty much the basis of everything. You're getting your merch coming this week. What did you get?
Says it'll be here Friday. Well, honestly, so I did. I didn't order just
You didn't
for
order all of
myself,
them.
and for some of the guys at work.
Awesome.
I've got 2 hoodies, a hat, and a t-shirt coming for the guys at work.
I'm assuming you had to get yourself a tank top.
I got myself a tank top.
Of course you did.
That was my one request. And another shirt.
Well, to be fair, you also wanted socks.
People
People
of the wrestling world.
So he and I had a fight about this.
We didn't really have a fight.
An altercation.
It wasn't even an altercation.
A verbal confirmation.
It was a passionate discussion.
So this man sends me a message and says, "We need socks."
Actually, I was like, dude, What about socks?
So then I did the research because, I'm the business side of this thing. I have to do all the research for it. I look, the only way
I'm just a pretty face.
to get socks, there has to, we as the people of this podcast have to purchase 150 pairs of socks.
Yeah, so we have to front the cost on the socks.
And I said, that ain't going to happen because it's a lot of dough for some socks.
Well, even, yeah.
Even though it's
I did the math on it, and it's
just
a lot.
It's a lot of money, but maybe down the road the podcast grows and more people want to have random things, so socks is an option. Why not? It is what it is. But I'll leave it up for discussion. But again, like I said,
Charles Barkley doing a gritty.
Yes, you did.
Sweet mother of Christ. Okay,
Mary. Her name is Mary.
Dave.
No,
Silva?
no.
Okay,
no.
Maybe.
What a fun week of wrestling,
dude. I have good life news.
Good life news.
So Andy went and had her 6-week doctor's thing.
When was that?
On Friday.
Oh, I saw you guys Friday. Saturday? Friday. No, I saw you Friday.
You saw me Friday.
No, I saw both of you Friday. At Who's On First.
Oh, yes. Well, she was still
I'm sorry.
walking.
I apologize if I cough a lot. I'm still getting over this thing.
She was still shuffling along with the walker.
Yes, very much so. She was still shuffling on Friday with the walker.
So, as of yesterday.
Okay.
No. Monday. She hit the full send button.
She's done with the walker. Did she throw the tennis balls away?
She's done with the walker.
No tennis balls, no nothing. Did she have a cane?
She's walking of her own volition.
Is it slow like a tortoise?
She does have a cane.
Okay.
It's
a downgrade, but it's better. It's all good.
I mean, yes, it is slow, but it's faster than the walker.
Did she get a Pimp Daddy cane?
No.
Did she get a cup that has the crunk cup?
Mm-mm. No crunk cup. But
that is big news, though.
Yes.
That is very big news.
Yes.
The only news I have is that my children are alive and breathing, and one has a magnificent mullet, and the other one is just a pretty face that loves the life, and they're back in school and happy.
She's a fucking savage.
She's scary. She terrifies me. She kicked me out of my own bed the other night. Now, she blamed her brother because he was in there too, but I got up in the middle of the night because I was done getting kicked by a tiny foot, so I came out on this wonderful couch.
Sofa.
So comfy.
Divan.
You understand this couch. It's an amazing couch.
I lived on this couch for like 2 months.
Yes, it was very comfortable. You sleep like a vampire.
I was going to say I sleep like a fucking corpse.
So I apparently slept out here, and Hazel got up to go pee and realized that I was on the couch. When I woke up, she goes, "Dad, why did you sleep on the couch?" I said, "It was a lot comfier than being kicked by your tiny foot." And she goes, "Good, more bed for me." This little woman.
This sweet, angel-faced child.
Just happiness all the time. If you see this...
Fuck out of the bed. Now get out of here. Get out of here.
Anyways, we're going to wrestling. This past Friday, we got a little taste of old rock. We got country singing rock in Memphis. Now, no guitar, though. No guitar.
No.
Just him singing on the microphone and him talking to the people and to Cody and to everybody with his little dynamic duo of playing the guitar and the harmonica on the announcer's table.
So, yes, that happened.
It did happen.
Did you see the press release over the weekend from Triple H about, yes, we are still TV 14 or TV PG?
It's
PG.
He's
like, however,
I was to say,
The Rock, of his own volition,
100%,
just does whatever the fuck he wants.
What's funny though is that people were complaining that Rock's profanity in his own promos on his own social media, and kids are watching, and kids they shouldn't be seen and be subjective. Why
are these kids?
Why do they have social media?
Why are they on Instagram?
Here's my thing: we grew up watching that stuff on television,
right?
Like, shut up, bitch! Like, we had that kind of stuff. We had Rudy Tooty Fruity,
fucking
everything.
Yeah,
except for well, they couldn't say fuck
or shit.
Well, after certain hours, they could say it. Oh, excuse me, the presidential address of Triple H and Shawn Michaels said otherwise. At these hours, we can say da 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 da. But then after these hours, we can't say.
Oh fuck!
Da da shut.
Oh,
beep, 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 beep. Yeah.
Watch
but
your fucking mouth.
Would you quiet the fuck down? No, I thought on it. I love what they're doing now because it's working.
It is working.
It's working. It's drawing in a crowd. Now, here's the thing. After WrestleMania is over,
it'll be interesting to see
where do they go from here.
Well, so from my understanding is once WrestleMania is done, Rock won't be there.
No, he's going to be back to being movie star Rock.
Yeah, he's got a movie going.
He's got to run all of his enterprises.
Yeah. Well, and so fun fact. Obviously, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, even NXT, rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
However, the product that is currently being displayed on the television,
they're rocking and rolling too.
Rocking and rolling in the opposite direction.
It just depends. Depends on what you're thinking. If they're spending the money on the people that they're spending it on, they're hoping for the best for the future. So you got to go for like the future game. No, put your hand down, sir. Put your hand down. You have a question?
A statement.
Oh yeah, I'll finish mine and then you get your statement in. I just think they're preparing for the future, even though they have talent that's currently there that can better the quality of television, not using the same 14 people that they use on a weekly basis. Now, obviously, they have Collision, Rampage, Dynamite. They have all three of the shows. One still pre-taped after Dynamite's episodes, but I think it is a wise purchase for like Okada. I think it's a wise purchase of Will Ospreay.
Bill Ocean Spray.
Bill
Nye the Science Guy.
Bill.
Ocean Spray.
I think they're good purchases in the long run for these people to be here. But
you can't buy people anymore, Justin. That was outlawed like 200 years ago.
I see it in football, in baseball, in basketball, in all sports. More money in soccer. And then they buy all the people in wrestling too.
Speaking of baseball, did you see Stanton's hit 4 home runs in 3 innings, or three
at bats,
three home runs in 4 innings?
Yeah.
Anyways,
don't worry. Continue. He'll have a random toe injury and be gone for 3 months.
He'll have a hang-up. Yeah,
he will. That's just my personal opinion about it. But we have a new champion,
new Continental Champion. Anyways.
Kazuchika Okada. So a needle pulling thread.
Do
you? Oh, is this the thing you wanted to talk about?
This is. I'm trying to figure out if this is 2024 or if it's 1996.
Are you saying it looks a lot like?
Yeah, it looks a lot like WCW.
Now, in the later years of WCW or the beginning of WCW?
So I'm saying, let's just call it 95 to 99.
Okay.
WCW. Loaded. Packed.
Yeah, to the brim. A former WWF.
High dollar amount roster.
What was their contracts called?
They were guaranteed contracts.
Guaranteed contracts. Okay. Just want to make sure I got that correctly.
WCW. All Elite Wrestling.
Okay.
packed roster,
Packed roster, but they're not guaranteed contracts, but
spending a fuck ton of money.
daddy's money.
Right.
Shanad Khan.
A lot of WCW, a lot of good, young, up-and-coming talent that doesn't really get showcased very often.
Right, that's what the old YouTube stubs used to be, but
So
they don't do that anymore. They don't do dark anymore.
That's 96.
Okay.
Just say.
You're flashing fingers. Make sure you do it this way too, so people can see.
96. This is the WCW hand. That's the AEW hand. The one with the more tattoos. That's AEW's hand. Anyway, flash forward to 2024.
AEW.
A lot of young talent on this roster
Okay.
isn't getting showcased.
Like, what people are you talking about?
When was the last time you saw Abaddon on Dynamite?
What was it, like a couple months ago? Like just like a brief, like 2-3 week hiatus, kind of a thing. Maybe that.
Okay.
Yeah, give or take.
Juventud Guerrera of 1996.
Good old Hoovy. Yeah.
When was the last time we saw? Oh, here's a good one. When was the last time we saw Britt Baker?
Oh, like I just talked
on
about
Dynamite.
It's been what she said. It's been a full calendar year. That was a couple months ago. Full calendar year since she's been
14 months.
Yeah, it's like I remember, or
since she's been on
it was
Dynamite.
her public tweet. Then they had the committee where you can't tweet bad things about the company anymore. So it's been a minute.
So, and then you have a figurehead in Eric Bischoff,
Okay.
who was spending
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
Ted Turner's money, just spending it.
Right. Which I hate that moniker. It's ridiculous. 2024 AEW, we have a promoter / booker / whatever
Tony Khan money. Yeah.
spending a fuck ton of money.
Yeah. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, speaking of money, Mercedes Moné has the largest guarantee women's contract in wrestling history that has just been recently announced. I believe she's making $5 million a year.
The last 3 signings in AEW.
Well, like what Okada's was like 5 million yen though.
$14 million.
Yen. So it transfers differently over in America. I believe it's like 5 or 6 million. I don't know the math.
So,
same thing with Osprey. Osprey had signed, I think, a 6-year deal. Something like that.
So we have ATM Eric.
So
right?
So now you're back in 96.
We've got ATM Eric, and now we've got fucking PayPal TK.
Ooh, PayPal, not Venmo.
PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Bitcoin,
Zelle.
Basically,
are you saying there's an there's something?
It's an essential mirror image here. It's a mirror image, and yet that interview that we discussed before we started the show,
the one that Tony did with Chris Van Vliet right at the beginning of AEW,
Tony Khan wasn't going to fall to the same mistakes as Eric Bischoff and WCW. Look in the fucking mirror, Tony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
come on.
It's
when was the last time we saw Matt Sydal on Dynamite?
Like I said, it was like a 3-week stint, like during that tag team stuff when they were doing things with the Acclaimed, like they were doing like tag team matches on a weekly basis.
Psychosis.
Yeah.
In WCW. So, for anybody out there that doesn't agree that AEW right now is a mirror image of WCW in the mid to late 90s, you're fucking kidding yourself.
Yeah.
You're an AEW mark, and I don't. That is a slanderous term in this business.
I was like, say that's.
I don't care.
That's a strong statement, especially in this community for sure. Mark,
and we're just gonna go a little bit further on this because now I'm fired up.
Just keep
now I'm fired up.
Get on that soapbox.
If you don't watch anything but AEW.
So you're just a dedicated AEW guy.
Or you don't watch anything but WWE.
Okay. Fair.
Pull your head out of your ass, folks.
Fair.
Come on.
Yeah.
This business that we have found ourselves participating in the last 40 weeks.
Yeah, we're heavily in it now.
Is at this moment in time right now at the highest peak that it has been ever. And it's only going higher.
Yeah. The ceiling has not been reached. It's through the roof at this point.
I mean, WWE is...
They're on something good.
What's the old saying? A high tide raises all ships or something like that.
Yeah.
Essentially, what WWE is doing for the wrestling business, it doesn't matter if you do or don't like them. You don't like Roman Reigns. You can't stand The Rock. You think Seth Rollins is a fucking joke and Drew McIntyre is not as big as he should be. Good for you. Guess what? And I'm just going to throw these out as comparisons. I love the athletes that I'm getting ready to name.
Of course.
Samoa Joe's a fat piece of shit.
Well.
Swerve Strickland left.
Yeah, left WWE.
Bryan Danielson needs to drink some fucking milk.
Yeah.
Jon Moxley can't have a wrestling match without bleeding.
True.
Your main commentator is a fucking joke. Excalibur is the head of the commentary team. The same could be said for, people who don't watch WWE because, I can't stand the sound of Michael Cole's voice. Which, hello. I don't.
So you really like Monday Night Raw right now?
It's, yeah. But the division in the wrestling community as a whole, realistically, WWE and AEW, they don't give a shit if you're not watching.
No.
But the only thing that you're doing by not watching the opposite product is you're depriving yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you only watch WWE, you're never going to get to see Bill Oceanspray versus Kyle Fletcher or him versus Danielson at Dynasty.
Or
you'll never,
right now.
You'll never get to see the Lionheart Chris Jericho come down to the ring and fight Taz's fucking son.
Which you'll never see him ever in WWE because he's just
But
not that.
But the opposite could be said. If you're only watching AEW, you're not watching the absolutely wonderful story that has played out over the last year.
Yeah.
With Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns.
Yep.
You're not seeing the absolutely ridiculous shit that Seth Rollins wears on a weekly basis. His outfit this week was fucking sick.
I loved his outfit this week.
You won't get to see Drew McIntyre troll CM Punk with a fucking live mic in his hand. So, if you're not watching both products, shut the fuck up.
You feel better?
Don't bash
Do you feel better?
the other.
Do you feel better?
Not really.
I fired you up.
You fired me up earlier today. But
just manifested and then grew.
Well, and I wasn't going to get this impassioned about it, but we talked about this weeks and weeks ago on this podcast. It was
probably like week 25 or 26 that we went in hard.
And it's really funny because Jeff Jarrett said the same thing. The tribalism in the wrestling business isn't good for anybody.
No.
And obviously it's not helping AEW because their viewership keeps falling week over week.
So
they had less viewers at the beginning of Dynamite last week than they did for the for like 8 weeks before that. They were under 800,000 viewers at the beginning of Dynamite last week. But it was supposed to be one of the biggest draws.
Yeah.
That just goes to show that people are losing faith. And I'm not losing faith because I know what this product is capable of. But they need to start showing it.
Well, I think we both talked about it a couple weeks ago that they're finally doing things that we, as the wrestling community, have been suggesting for quite some time by finally hiring, somebody that is a writer that knows what they're doing behind the scenes and actually can adjust and actually make storylines that are relevant or make them longer than 3 weeks. Because that seems to be the issue with AEW, is that the consistency of something that goes along more than 3 weeks, it fizzles out and dies, and then they end up making a big weird match on a Dynamite, not making it to a pay-per-view. And so, like, the one thing that I liked with Max, with MJF, he knew how to prolong a story longer than 3 weeks. He kept on talk. He knew how to talk. He knew how to keep things going and prolong it for a long period of time. Like his whole thing against Jericho.
Yeah.
He and Jericho went at it for months and then finally made it between groups and factions and then did that. And then they did you have to be all these people to be able to come to get me. And that is a storyline. That is something that people sink their teeth into that I really enjoyed. That's why WWE right now is doing so many great things with Drew's storyline, with now the tag team, which we said tag team was so irrelevant. Now it's more relevant than it's ever been before. With the World Heavyweight, with the Universal title. But we just said a little bit ago, when this whole thing is over with, where do you go from here? Bloodline will be done. It'll be done at WrestleMania. It'll be over. Roman will take time off. Rock will be gone. Cody will have the title. We're saying it because it will happen. Cody will get the title somehow. Don't know how.
Spoiler.
It is a spoiler. Actually, no, we don't do spoilers.
It's a prediction.
It's a prediction. It's a fact. It's going to happen.
Predicting it.
Cody will win. Drew will win at WrestleMania against Seth. So
Seth can go home, drink some milk.
Take a nap.
Yeah.
He'll take a nap first.
Go home.
Take a nap.
Drink some milk.
He'll Becky won't win at WrestleMania. I think Rhea will retain again. But then Becky can go home and be with Seth and
she can go home and take a nap too.
They don't live far away.
No.
Live right about 2 hours away from here.
Right.
But that's the one exciting thing about WWE that AEW hasn't had in a while is the lack of a structure of storylines because they're not using the talent the correct way possible. We've said that for months. And hopefully they see something. I don't think adding more pay-per-views is going to help character development. It's not going to help storylines. It's just going to make more money for the consumer. Not consumer. Make money for the company. Make money for the sponsors. Now, us idiots will buy it. We'll watch it because that's a part of our lives. That's what we do. We like to do it.
Right.
And for the sake of the people who watch it, for people who listen to us, we do it for them. And for us as well.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a recent campaign right now.
Because we love the wrestling business as a whole.
Well, I saw a campaign recently that they said, "Why do you watch wrestling?" Well, I don't watch it for me. And it's pictures of when they were kids in the audience as like a 10-year-old that has the sign that says, I do it for him. I do it for this kid that got to experience it, and I still want to experience it as an adult. Like for me, I had a moment this past Monday, and I posted it on my social medias, and it was amazing. I won't lie. I don't even care. It was Cody's entrance. It was the best thing in the world. If you want to see it, it's on all my social medias. I'm tagged in all of our videos. It was Hazel sitting with me on my chair, laying here, and Cody's theme song came on, and she sang every word, the arms, the punch down. But
Did you tag Cody in that?
I did. I think it was the best thing because I'm passing on what I love to the next generation. And that's what we're supposed to do as flowing wrestling fans, for flowing into the generations of wrestling. We don't need to hate. We don't need to be on one side. You can love all wrestling. That's why I stayed up and watched Wrestle Kingdom at 1 a.m. here, because I love wrestling. Like, for the example of like WWE right now, you sent it to me. I think I saw it at the same time. WWE's finally opening up their doors and letting other people from their promotions go to other promotions.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler's wrestling at GCW.
And other people that haven't been named yet. There's other wrestlers from WWE that are going to GCW.
To blood. It's called Bloodsport.
But that's what we need to do. That's what AEW did with Forbidden Door by getting in with New Japan, getting in with ROH, getting in with, then TNA, but now they're not involved as much anymore because of other things. But let's separate the division. Work cohesively together, work it out, and be on it, and not get us all riled up or get you riled or getting anybody riled up, because no one needs that. Auditorial people, we will be right back. We have made such amazing progress on this podcast journey and are pumped to share our first sponsor with you guys tonight, Dubby Energy. Dubby is on a mission to change the game and create a better future for energy drinks, and we are so excited to partner with them. Dubby is your taste buds' favorite energy drink that comes with all the good stuff and none of the crash. Formulated with vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including their patented Neurofactor. Dubby gives you clean energy and laser focus without any fillers, maltodextrin, or anti-official colors. Just mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of cold water and you're ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. Even better, Dubby ships worldwide, so whatever corner of the world you're listening to us from, you can enjoy it too. With some awesome flavors and growing following, see what all the buzz is about and get on board with the clean energy movement. Try it today with our exclusive promo code available to all GQ podcast listeners. With the promo code of GQPOD10. Once again, it is GQPOD10. Do better with Dubby. Welcome back, auditorial people.
Auditorial people.
That's the one thing about the auditorials, is that you're missing out on literally any fun things that we have on the YouTube side. So I'm saying,
Yeah.
the great thing about auditorial, you can listen to our silly Suki voices.
Yeah.
But
you don't get to see my pretty face.
And now, I've got the new merch from W Energy on, the white with the cherry blossoms. My favorite things in the whole wide world. So after you got off of your box,
before our break, I went off a little bit.
You did. Do you feel better?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
we're the dry. Really? That's how you feel? Well, so let's just go back into how this week of wrestling went through. Obviously SmackDown was a top to bottom really good show. I do like the fact that they're doing some things with Rock by himself.
Yes.
Without Roman, without Paul, without anybody. He did it all alone. His promos are amazing, as they've always been. And he went back to Hollywood Rock theme.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was awesome. And it just got me back it's the nostalgia. It's the thing that just brings you back home to stuff that you remember from when you were a child.
100%.
And it just brought me chills. It was really, really cool.
100%.
I think right now they're setting themselves up for an amazing WrestleMania. They really are.
I think so.
But what I'm afraid of is after. I really am afraid for what's after WrestleMania.
Only time will tell.
Well, so because of being WrestleMania and attaching it to this one guy, there was a thing that has been set out there, and I want to get your opinion on. It involves our tribal chief himself.
Indeed.
Tribal
chief, not tribal goose.
Not the tribal goose. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm a little nervous. He's probably doing goose-like things.
He's on a vacation.
It's fine. Makes sense.
He's on hiatus.
He's a Canadian goose. He probably went back to Canada for a little bit. Not a big deal. So let me get your opinion on this. Roman Reigns is not a top 5 wrestler all time. He's not a top 10 wrestler all time. He's not even a top 50 wrestler all time because Roman Reigns isn't a wrestler. By definition, wrestling is a grappling sport, and 3 spears followed by 3 terribly executed Superman punches in the main event is hardly professional wrestling. So, I'll tell you what I feel about that. And then you give me yours. But my opinion with that said statement, is Roman Reigns a top 50 wrestler all time? In this generation, I would say yes, he is a top 50 wrestler all time based off of career. For everything he's done to this point, I would say he's in the top 50. He's not in top 10, not in the top 20, but he's in the top 50.
Speaking of top 50, did we cover the BR?
We did 41 through 50 last week. That's the last portion of the podcast. I got 31 through 40 ready to go. I think he is not like Goldberg that can do a 5-minute match. He can do 30-minute matches. He's done 30-minute matches. He's done 45. He's done Iron Man matches. He's done Hell in a Cell matches. He's done all the matches. So I don't agree with that phrase, but do I believe he's a professional wrestler? Of course I do, because that's what he's doing. He's professionally wrestling. He's doing the art of wrestling. What say you?
Bill Ocean spray. I would agree with that.
I would wear everything that he's wearing right now.
But also, my opinion,
Bruv,
right now is that professional wrestler as a job title is a dirty word.
A dirty word?
Because
Would you rather have sports entertainer?
let's be real. None of these guys are I don't care what Danielson says. I don't care what Claudio Castagnoli says. I don't care what Wheeler Yuta or anybody else says. Every single person who steps into the squared circle, when that red light comes on and they perform, they are sports entertainers. Sports entertainers.
That's a controversial topic.
Come at me.
I just think it's funny is that WWE, obviously, they built that terminology of sports entertainers. They coined the term. And then that's why everybody who has left WWE and has went to AEW, TNA, I'm a professional wrestler.
No, you're fucking not. You're a sports entertainer. Professional wrestlers do not wrestle in a wrestling ring. They wrestle on a mat with a circle on it. Professional wrestlers wrestle in the Greco-Roman style.
Okay.
And what these wonderful human beings who put their bodies through all sorts of shit on a weekly, nightly basis.
Right.
Sports entertainers. Sports
Entertainers. That's interesting. I can't wait for that to be a clip.
Because
that will stir up the masses.
Professional wrestlers aren't real.
They're not real.
No, these are characters. This is a gimmick.
You don't think he's the same outside of the ring?
Guarantee you his real name is not Will Ospreay.
You don't think so?
No.
Now I'm intrigued. I want to know.
Kind of like Seth Rollins.
Oh,
his name
I know
is not Seth Rollins.
No, his Colby
It's
Lopez.
like Becky Lynch.
Rebecca Quinn.
Her name is Rebecca Quinn.
Yeah, Colby Lopez. What is Will Ospreay's real name?
It's like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
No, his real name is William Peter Charles Ospreay.
So his name is Bill. His real name is Bill Oceanspray. Okay, got it. But
no, yeah, his real birth name is William Peter Charles Ospreay. His weird ring names though: Jason Artem, Dark Britannico, Neo Britannico, or Will Ospreay.
His name's Willie Peter. Yeah. Ocean Spray.
So stupid.
But
I don't know. I disagree with it because there is an art that they're doing. Yes, they are entertaining the masses and the crowds, but there is a difference between I would say several years ago when we were barely watching WWE, that was not professional wrestling. That was sports entertainment. That just was because it was goofy, it was dumb, it was not entertaining the masses.
question.
What?
Is this a sport?
Is this a sport?
And are you entertained?
Is this a sport? Technically, WWE is not a sport. WWE is not a sport.
What we are watching right now, is this a sport? One. And two, are you entertained?
I'm not saying it's not a sport. It's not a sport. They don't call this a sport. But I am entertained.
So they're not professional wrestlers then because it's not a sport.
But they are professional athletes. They
Stuntmen?
are. I would say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Professional stuntmen.
Are stuntmen considered professional athletes?
Some might be. You never know.
Okay. But are they... Would you consider professional wrestlers, which this is not professional wrestling. Professional wrestling is what you see in the Olympics.
So you're talking about like Kurt Angle and...
Real Kurt Angle.
Yeah, real Kurt Angle and real...
Gable Steveson.
Chad Gable. Okay, I was like, who?
Chad Gable, 100%.
Yeah, Chad
He is a professional wrestler.
He's a bronze medal Olympian, yeah.
Dudes.
Who was the other Olympian? What was his name? Isn't he in NXT?
Gable.
It was a Gable Stevens? Yeah, Gable Stevens. Okay, I apologize. Is there anyone else? No, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, they're like way back.
Yeah, but not like now.
Like this, I don't care how you look at it. This is all sports entertainment. Now
that's. I think it's just. I think comments will go in crazy after that because of. That's funny. Tell us what you think in the comments. By all means, please, because I think there was a reason why people left WWE because there was no. They wanted to have more ability to be able to go out and do their artwork, not be hokey gimmicks. Now, because back then.
They wanted to entertain people in the sport that they excel at?
Correct, but like in Vince McMahon era...
That makes them sports entertainers! You just agreed with me!
Hold on. But Vince McMahon did things differently where it wasn't... They could not say the professional wrestling word because they were only sports entertainers over there. But he also did the worst kind of gimmicky shit over in WWE. And then when the people left to like AEW, TNA, New Japan, all those things... They all do not as gimmicky stuff, which makes them believe that they have more of a higher tier than being in WWE at the time.
Do you ever think that Bryan Danielson's gimmick is that he is a professional wrestler?
No, I really didn't. Not until you were saying it now. I never thought of it as a gimmick. I think of him as an actual professional wrestler for the sake of that. He did the art and learning how to do different styles of wrestling.
So did most of them.
I don't know. So that makes them
that's what you go to wrestling school.
But that makes them professional wrestlers. I don't see them as sports entertainers.
You are in a sport entertaining people. You are a sports entertainer.
Agree to disagree.
I'm gonna fart on your pillow.
Would it be the first time?
Bare ass. I've never farted on your pillow.
Would it be the first time?
It would be the first time.
You've done other things.
I have never farted on your pillow.
You've done other things, though.
not to your pillow.
Just to my bed.
And?
You don't apologize.
Right.
Well, no, you did.
I am an unapologetic American.
Now, to be fair, you did.
I apologize because I didn't beat you home.
What a highlight. That was such a fun time. I just remember swiveling in my chair going, hello.
Oh, you're home.
And you're like, oh, you're home. Oh my gosh. What is the thing that you wanted to bring up via the 83 Weeks podcast?
So they did a Ask Eric Anything segment this week on 83 Weeks. One of the questions that was posed to Eric, and he didn't really answer because his brain is a very busy place. So you you got Tony Khan money.
Tony Khan. Okay, that's a lot of money.
And you're starting a new wrestling promotion. And you have 2 male, 2 female, and 1 tag team to build your company around. Who would you choose and why?
Are we going to go back and forth?
Sure.
Can't choose the same person?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because chances are we're probably not going to pick the same people.
More than likely not. Okay. So are you talking now people in the industry, in any promotion, or are you talking about in all of history?
Any promotion right now.
Right now. Okay.
Everybody's a free agent.
So you said 2 male, 2 female.
2 men, 2 women, and a tag team.
1 tag team, not 2 tag teams.
1 tag team. Okay. Honestly, fuck it. Let's do 2 tag teams.
I just feel like you have to face somebody.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so for men, I know it would be shock surprise, but first overall for me will be Will Ospreay. It will be, just for the sake of he does have a global talent.
See, I'm surprised you didn't pick your boy.
Why would I pick him? Of all people, why would I pick him? He makes no sense. His gimmick doesn't work. He's stupid. It doesn't make any sense to have a thing. He doesn't speak. He doesn't know how to talk. He's retarded. He has a lot of things that are wrong with him. No, thank you. I'm good.
But he's a fantastic sports entertainer. So Bill Ospreay.
Will Ospreay is my first overall.
Your number 1 overall.
I think overall in talent purposes, I think he can bring the level main event status out there. I would say Will Ospreay is it for sure. Just my opinion though. But who would be your first overall?
This might shock you.
Oh god.
Gunther.
No, that does not shock me. He's okay.
Head and shoulders above 95% of men actively competing in this business.
Well, and to be fair, coming from the size that he was and the overall talent that he was, even back then, and then now he's just cataclysmically gotten bigger and better. It's a great, solid number 1. A shame that he's not won anything higher than Intercontinental. I will not lie.
Yet.
I don't know.
Yet.
I don't know.
I guarantee he loses it at WrestleMania.
What?
And then it'll be him.
The IC?
It'll be him and McIntyre.
You think he'll lose it to Sammy?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yep.
They're doing a heel turn on Sammy right now.
I don't know if
I think they are. You don't think so? Based off of what they did on Monday?
Your number 1 overall for the women. Who's it going to be?
That's a tough one because there are decent women in both promotions, but because I believe in her 100%, Rhea Ripley. Rhea's been on a tear. She's built differently than any other promotions that I've ever seen. I'm going with Rhea Ripley. She's hands down better than most of the women on the AEW roster. She's definitely better than all the women in the WWE roster. I don't know who's going to beat her. But Rhea Ripley is my number 1. And for you?
This one might also actually shock you. My number one overall for the women's side.
It's Mercedes Bonet. That's who it is. It's okay. You can say it.
Are we picking people that were blackballing from our company?
No. That's your number one.
No.
She's the best for you. Mercedes Monet. No?
I would only hire her to fire her.
Just a boom boom?
Yeah.
Finger poke a do?
Yep.
Wow.
Kyrie Sane.
That is shocking. I would have expected you to say Asuka out of the two.
She's young.
Okay. Or you just go with the global talent too?
She's, yes, a global talent. She's incredibly skilled in the ring. The only downside is the language barrier.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
So yeah.
Fair.
And then tag team. I know who you're gonna fucking pick.
No, I don't think you do.
So you're not picking Dax the Axe and Cash the Felon.
Don't get me wrong. I love them. They are, amazing choices. But they're in their second part of their career. They're not.
They're old.
They're old. They are. Like, you look how long they've been around for. They're old. If you're gonna go for somebody that's now with longevity and doing things,
you're going with the Acclaim.
Actually, no. This will be a shock to you, I think they're the new faces of the tag team division, the Creed brothers in WWE.
Okay.
Dude, I'm
incredibly high on the fucking Creed
I
brothers,
did not
dude.
watch them in NXT.
They're
I won't even lie.
So good.
But when they got brought up to the WWE roster, I was thoroughly impressed for the sake of the size of both of them doing extremely high moonsaults and
standing moonsaults.
Like they just this past week during the tag team turmoil stuff, they went to the top rope and literally did a over the top moonsault and landed it perfectly.
Crisp.
And I was thoroughly impressed, and it just reminded me of Kurt Angle in TNA and right now Chad Gable. If they were a tag team put together at this moment, that would be them. Creed brothers impressed me so much. Now, I get why they didn't win because DIY is hot right now. I get it. But if I'm going to start a tag team division with a young and upcoming talent that has the talent to do both real wrestling and, in your words, sports entertainment, that's the team that would do it for me. Creed brothers, they start off my tag team division. I know it's a shock. That doesn't seem like something I would choose.
No, I mean, it's not really a shock.
But not something that I would choose, though, normally. But go ahead. Who's your tag team choice?
Trick Mellow Gang.
So Carmelo and Trick Williams, even though they're not.
Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams.
So
they're a tag team.
Because right now they're going to fight each other at.
That's fine. They were one of the most dynamic tag teams in NXT.
That Trick.
They were so over.
Wow, Thunder Rosa got
so over. So
that is and right now Trick is
on fire.
Now at WrestleMania, after the night after Monday Night Raw after
I think Trick gets called up.
I don't know if Trick will. I know Carmelo will. I think Trick stays one more round.
Pretty sure Carmelo's.
He's not active on SmackDown. He's still an NXT roster kid. I think Carmelo is officially moved up, and Trick says one more time, try to get it off of Ilya Dragunov, try to get the title one more time, do one more round, kind of a thing. Obviously, Braun Breaker will be up there soon too.
Braun Breaker's already on SmackDown.
Yeah, he signed that contract.
So talk about another young, dynamic dude.
Oh yeah, Braun Steiner. Yeah, Braun Steiner, right?
Not sure who you're talking about.
Yeah, Braun Steiner. Braun Steiner.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of him?
Huh.
Okay, well, who's your second choice for men?
You haven't picked.
Oh well, we're gonna switch it back. Second.
This will come as absolutely no shock to you.
Okay, go ahead.
Whose house?
Swerve's
I'm taking Swerve Strickland.
Now, does he come with Does
Prince
man
Nana?
does
Oh yeah,
Nana comes with?
Prince Nana. That's a package deal, dude.
Oh, so you get the
Oh yeah. Uh huh.
you get that?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Uh huh.
Why?
We see the reasons every time we see him on TV. This guy is he's dynamic. One, he's good in the ring. He can talk.
Yeah.
He captivates wherever he goes.
Fair.
So
I completely understand. I
and he has come
I just think it's
a long way.
I think it's funny that WWE wasted his talent in NXT and then he never did anything with him. Just my opinion.
You're number 2.
So a lot of good choices. There's a lot of rosters out there that would be great. Here
Setting Singh.
No. Not Indian Squidward. This will come a shock. It's another name that a lot of people haven't heard, but needs to get the recognition that he so chooses. Moose. I think Moose's talent in TNA is being wasted.
He'll never leave.
And he's so dedicated to that company that he'll never get the exposure he needs.
Never leave.
But think about if he ever left WWE, AEW, whatever, get some bigger exposure, think of how big Moose could be.
He had a tryout in WWE and they turned him down.
I'm just saying, you've seen the talent of Moose.
Yeah.
Moose is it. And
would you say Moose is him?
He is him. He is him. I think Moose, like I said, if you're not watching TNA, not a lot of people are.
About between 180 and 200,000 people a week.
And that's not that much. If you have a chance,
you have to see watch TNA right now.
You have to have the app, don't you?
Actively seek them out. Oh, they're on Axis.
Yeah, but who has Axis? Anyways, but if you want to go see Moose, go look up right now on YouTube. Go watch Moose TNA highlights.
Keyword TNA or Impact.
Yeah.
Moose. That's it.
You'll get an amazing talent that is being underutilized in a sub-tier company.
Reminds me a lot of Monty Brown.
Very much so.
In early TNA.
Very, very much so. Women.
Jordan Grace.
Another TNA. She big.
She's young.
She is young. But overall, I think that's a great choice.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, or would you like me to turn it up for you?
Who's the poor bastard that is going to get squashed?
He's got a chain in his hands. I don't know what's going to happen. Anyways,
but yes, no, Jordan Grace, 100%. She is the current TNA Knockouts champion.
And we got to see her at Royal Rumble.
She was at Royal Rumble. She came out at number 5, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
It
lasted a long time, too.
She's absolutely phenomenal. Another TNA talent.
That'll never leave.
Audio listeners, YouTubers.
JORDYNN. Jordan Grace.
Check her out. She's so good.
Poor Butcher.
She's so good. Yeah. I miss his hair.
He's got an excellent mustache, though.
Ladies.
So that's where I struggle a little bit for ladies' purposes. Again, no. No. No
what?
I'm not going to take... No.
Nia Jax? You don't want Nia Jax? You can have Nia and Mommy?
Yeah, we saw how well that went at at Elimination Chamber. Women's wise, it's hard because, I want to choose another promotion and you can go somewhere else. But who's being? I like people who's being underutilized because they've got great talent.
Abaddon?
No, I think she's crazy and weird, and I don't. She doesn't fit my flavor. No. It's not a shock to you. I think she's an amazing talent. She's just not being used. I like Chris Statlander. I think
too injury prone.
But the thing is, if you're going with if they are going with just a basic, we can get their career and be who they are, top tier. She's talented.
She is talented.
She's just very injury prone.
She's very fragile. She's a fragile flower.
But I like the thought of having her on my roster. Your other tag team.
I'm gonna take this one from you.
That's mean.
Aussie Open.
Damn it. That was in my bag. I had them sitting right here on my satchel, just thinking you're not going to take it. That's a good choice. Great choice. It's an excellent choice.
There's not much that I can say that people don't already know.
Very true.
About Aussie Open. Okay, so Jeff Cobb's been around for a minute.
Right.
But they're both relatively young-ish.
Fair.
Still. And they can both go.
Yeah.
So.
You'll think this is interesting, but I like it for the sake of the young, and they get an added on extra because, like you with Swerve, you get Nana. I get this one. My other tag team is the Bang Bang Scissor Gang.
So are you talking about the Ass Boys?
I get the Ass Boys, but I also get Jay White.
But he can't wrestle.
He can't wrestle. That's fine. Because I like the thought of a young group that is talented, that they know what they're doing. They're not injury prone. They can hold themselves in the ring. And you got the mic of Jay White right next to it.
Or you could also go with the Ass Boys featuring Daddy Ass.
I like the Ass Boys with Jay White. I swear, it's like a claim with Daddy Ass, but auditorial people, we will be right back. We have made such amazing progress on this podcast journey and are pumped to share our first sponsor with you guys tonight, Dubby Energy. Dubby is on a mission to change the game and create a better future for energy drinks, and we are so excited to partner with them. Dubby is your taste buds' favorite energy drink that comes with all the good stuff and none of the crash. Formulated with vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including their patented Neurofactor. Dubby gives you clean energy and laser focus without any fillers, maltodextrin, or anti-official colors. Just mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of cold water and you're ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. Even better, Dubby ships worldwide, so whatever corner of the world you're listening to us from, you can enjoy it too. With some awesome flavors and growing following, see what all the buzz is about and get on board with the clean energy movement. Try it today with our exclusive promo code available to all GQ podcast listeners. With the promo code of GQPOD10. Once again, it is GQPOD10. Do better with Dubby. Auditorial people, welcome back.
We have returned.
So last week we said that our good friends at Bleacher Report have started a top 50 wrestlers all time.
Okay.
Now, obviously in WWE, they're not sprinkling AEW in there. They're doing WWE promotion. If you could recap us from 50 to 41.
At number 50, we have Paul White.
The Big Show.
49, Lita.
Yep.
48, Vader. Number 47, Paper Skin Man.
Dean Ambrose.
Number 46, AJ Styles. Number 45, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. 44, we have Kofi Kingston. 43, we have Jeffrey Nero Hardy. Number 42, we have the ravishing one, Rick Rude, and his glorious mustache.
100%.
And 41, Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks. So they have come out this week. Like they said, they're going to do every Wednesday. So this week is 40 through 31. At number 40, I appreciate this. I love it.
Am I guessing?
You could if you really wanted to.
Give me time period and championships.
He is a WWF champion, and he's a Hall of Famer from the year of 2004. So that puts you in an era.
Are we talking about golden era or before?
70s. 70s wrestling. And he ended a famous streak as a champion. He ended their streak.
Is it Shiki Baby?
No, that's a good answer, though. He actually just recently passed away, I think last year. We talked about him on the podcast the day he passed away. His name is Superstar Billy Graham at number 40. I think that's a great homage to the past on the top 50 list. Most people don't know who Billy Graham is unless, you know. Oh, my goodness.
Student of history, folks.
24-inch biceps, black and white, and rose in the prominence in the 1970s. And massive personality back in the 70s, too.
Huge personality.
Huge. Most infamous battles with the American Dream, the Roof.
Yes.
Anyways. At number 39, we've got Rob Van Dam. 39. Do you feel that's a little too high?
I think he should.
You think he should be swapping?
I think he should be higher on the
higher
list.
on the list?
Yeah.
Like in the 20s?
Yeah.
Okay.
R B D.
It's really weird to see all the accolades that he has. WWF champion, ECW champion, European champion, 4-time hardcore champion, 6-time intercontinental champion, tag team champion, Money in the Bank winner, and Hall of Famer. Oh, that's this match. I forgot. This is the I Quit match for the TNT.
Okay. Give me some clues on this one.
At number 38. Oh, okay. Number 38. He is a European champion. He is a 2-time intercontinental champion, 4-time tag team champion, and he's also a King of the Ring winner.
William Regal.
No. He is widely acclaimed for 2 different alter egos. And there's a reason why people don't use ropes with this character anymore. And you can't talk about him in one promotion.
Intercontinental European 4-time tag champion.
And King of the Ring winner, 1994. And you don't talk about him in one promotion. And he has a famous brother. Don't overthink this.
I am drawing a massive blank right now.
Canadian.
Oh, is it Owen?
Owen. At 38. Owen Hart. Honestly, I'm happy to see him on the list.
Honestly, I think 38's about...
It's about right.
About the right
It's
spot.
about right.
Because yeah.
At number 37, same era.
Okay.
2-time Intercontinental Champion and Hall of Famer in 2007. And he had a son that wrestled in the same promotion.
Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect at number 37. Again, I think that's appropriately tiered for
100%.
that. For being Mr. Perfect, he never won anything. But he was good at everything.
Yeah.
The Perfect Plex.
He was, yeah.
You watched him more in WCW than anybody else, probably.
He was great.
At number 36, we have a 2-time WWF and E champion. He is a world heavyweight champion, big gold, 4 times. A tag team champion 4 times. And he's won the Royal Rumble twice. So that puts you into perspective.
Is it Dave?
Dave Bautista at number 36. I feel like, again, I feel like that's accurately portrayed too. They've gotten this list pretty
good.
Pretty good.
There's only really like one so far that I disagree with, but that's fine.
Is it the...
It's RVD.
Oh, okay. At 35, we're going to go back again, back in the 80s. 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Late 70s, or all 80s and 90s. He is a WWF champion 1 time. Intercontinental 2 times. And he's a Hall of Famer in the 2014 class.
Oh.
I will say, not a lot of people, if you look at his career, believe he was overrated in his ways. There's not a lot of people who look for his tapes to watch wrestling matches on, but he did have some intriguing WrestleManias. He did face Hogan at WrestleMania.
Which WrestleMania?
WrestleMania 6. Main event of WrestleMania 6.
Is it? No, I don't. Is it Backlund?
No, but he should be on this list somewhere.
I love Bob Backlund. God. Faced Hogan. WrestleMania 6 was what, 89?
Sounds about right. But then just remember this guy.
Was it the Warrior?
The Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior 35.
Way too high.
I agree. 35. At 34, you're going to see this name and think, why is he so low on this list? He is a 1-time Intercontinental Champion, and he's a Hall of Famer in the 2009, but also wrestled same time as Warrior, Hogan, Mr. Perfect. He wrestled in all that era, but we've seen him more now in wrestling as a public figure, but he's not actively wrestling, but he's still on TV every once in a while, just as a promotional thing, but not with the promotion that he was with.
Jake Roberts.
Close.
Dallas Page.
No.
Same
reign though as Jake Roberts. Like he did face Jake Roberts. He feuded with Roberts, actually. I'll tell you who he feuded with. How about this? He feuded with Mr. Fuji, Don Morocco, Jake Roberts, but he all his biggest run that he ever had was against Macho Man Randy Savage. The best match of his career was at WrestleMania 3.
Jesus. Was it against Savage?
It was against Savage at WrestleMania 3.
Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat at 34. Do you feel like that's too low for Ricky?
No.
Feel it's appropriate?
Yeah.
Okay. At 33, ready for this? There's a lot of accolades on this one.
Okay.
WCW champion. Big Gold World Heavyweight Champion. Tag Team Champion 4 times. Intercontinental Champion. United States Champion 3 times. Hardcore Champion 2 times. King of the Ring winner. Hall of Famer 2 times. 2-time Hall of Famer.
This has to be Booker T.
Booker! King Booker. Do you believe his best of his career was in WCW?
No.
Or in WWE?
WWE.
Okay, well, WWE.
But he should definitely be higher on this list.
Okay.
Also.
At 32, his only accolade is as a Hall of Famer in 2014. That is his only accolade. And he had a long-standing hatred for Macho Man Randy Savage?
There's like two people that I can think of off the top of my head that had a long-standing hatred of Randy Savage. One of them being Andre the Giant.
Okay.
And the other one being Jake the Snake Roberts.
It would be Jake the Snake Roberts. It's Jake the Snake Roberts at 32. Do you feel like that's accurately portrayed as well?
Yeah. Unfortunately, because he never won.
He never won anything.
Never won a title.
Not one thing. He was in plenty of matches, just never won a title. And the last one of the week, at 31, I feel like he is too low on this list. Here are his accolades.
So he should be higher.
He should be higher, for sure. He should be, I would say, in the 20s, my opinion. WWE Champion. Big Gold Champion. ECW Champion. WCW Tag Team Champion. Intercontinental Champion twice. Hardcore Champion. 24/7 Champion. Tag Team Champion 11 times. Money in the Bank winner. And Hall of Famer in 2021. A lot of real estate, a lot of accolades from two separate promotions. Who do you believe that BR thinks it should be at 31? Excuse me.
Trying to think of ECW champions.
WWECW.
Yeah, there was only like 4 of them.
There was a lot more than
Is it Vince?
It's not Do-Rag Vince, no.
Is it? No?
He had two appearances before his real character got developed. 2010 Money in the Bank. He, at the time, was the fastest Money in the Bank turnaround cash-in. Kane at 31. What were his two fake alternative names before?
He was Isaac Yankem, DDS.
That's one.
And he was the fake Diesel.
Fake Diesel! Glenn Jacobs. Mayor Glenn Jacobs. Big brain over there. Do you agree with so far the Bleacher Report's ways?
So far on this list, there's 2 that I think need to be higher than what they are.
Okay, so that would be
Rob Van Dam and Booker T.
Okay. WCW guys.
Ultimate Warrior needs to be lower.
Okay.
Realistically, he should be 50. But I mean, Billy Graham, Owen Hart, Kurt Hennig, Batista, Steamboat, Jake Roberts, and Kane, I think, are all in perfect spots.
I think they're doing a great job.
I honestly, I think they are too. There's just, like I said, there's just a couple that I personally don't agree with.
And there's nothing wrong with having, different agreements. Obviously, we'll continue this all the way up until WrestleMania. Next week will be 30 through 21. There is one other thing that I wanted to touch base on before the end of the night. Podcast has been going quicker and quicker every week. I love it because we're talking about things that we're passionate about. It's great.
Right.
So, do you know what happened on April 7th, 1980? There was a wrestling match that happened on April 7th, 1980. And there's a reason why it's I say this specific date. April 7th, 1980. Wrestling match.
I don't.
So, April 7th.
I'm going to cut you off right there.
Yes.
Real quick. Would like to give a shout out to a recent retiree, Mr. Steve Borden.
Yes.
Today is his birthday.
Oh, Happy day of birth to him.
So happy anniversary of your day of birth.
Around the sun. One more year.
Stinger.
He's old.
Today is also Matt Taven's birthday.
Matt Taven, wow.
One half of the ROH Tag Team Champions. Anyways, April 7th, 1980.
So
what happened?
Well, so April 7th this year is WrestleMania. You know, we have our main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. On April 7th, 1980, a man by the name of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, faced Sika Anoa'i for the very first time.
Interesting.
Which I believe is very interesting for the sake of this is 44 years ago. Families that are now facing each other in WrestleMania were facing each other in the squared circle many, many decades ago against, well, Sika, I believe, that's Roman's uncle. And obviously Cody, that's American Dream, is his dad. But 44 years ago, that happened. So I posed this one question. Take it or leave it. Humanoids. You.
Actually, I am incorrect. Sika Anoa'i is Roman Reigns' father.
Father. Okay, so it is father and father. So Sika, father. Cody. Yeah, sorry. Dusty, father. Crazy, 44 years ago.
Right.
I posed this question.
Ooh, he leaking.
Good.
Anyway. He's old.
What if at WrestleMania, what if
Dusty Rhodes comes back?
Oh my god, that took a dark turn so fast.
No? Okay.
What if, and it would piss off everybody, what if Roman wins? What if they screw it up and say, you know what?
What if Cody gets hurt during the match?
Yeah. There's a lot of what ifs, but what if the storyline, like lay it out, and Roman wins at WrestleMania and they continue his streak?
Dude, I don't even know.
Can you imagine how? Now, remember, they're in Philly.
There will be a riot.
They're in Philly.
The entire city of Philadelphia will fucking burn.
Flames. But it crossed my mind the other day that we all think, you know, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be done.
Yeah.
But what if Paul just goes extra savage and says, you know what? Nah. We're gonna make this go on longer.
Hey, you remember when you hit that throne with the sledgehammer?
Nah. I think there's still a little bit of resentment in there.
Just a little bit of petty.
You know, right in the back of the brain, he goes, but you know what? Your wife handed you that sledgehammer and you were so adamant to destroy the throne. So what if? I pose that question. Now, obviously, we don't need to answer because it's the end of the podcast. Let that manifest and sink in.
There is one other thing that we didn't touch on.
What did we not touch on?
So Monday Night Raw, we saw.
Oh, Cody's
the trailer for a
new
documentary that goes live on Peacock April 1st. It is the Bray Wyatt documentary.
Wyndham Rotunda.
And folks, if you don't think that we're going to talk about it, or not going to talk about it, you got another thing coming. And we talked about it a little bit. I got chills and I had tears in my eyes when I saw that.
I'm just getting chills talking about it right now.
And I told you either last week or the week before that I didn't think Bray was going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame this year.
But they did one better.
I had a feeling that there was something else happening.
They did one better. They did.
And the fact that it's narrated by The Undertaker.
who was going to be like, he handed the torch to Bray.
This is probably going to be the most watched WWE documentary ever.
I got the notification when Paul tweeted it, and there was no trailer yet. It was just a picture of it. And then they showed the trailer on Monday. And then they showed another teaser trailer of Bo. Sorry, not Bo. I say Bo Dallas. It's Taylor Rotunda. Looking at his gear pictures. Did you see what Bray's new getup was supposed to look like when he was coming back before he got sick?
Yep.
It chokes me up still. I am proud of JoJo that she was able to do it. The doc. I'm proud of his sister being able to talk about it. His whole family. Like this weekend, WrestleMania weekend is heavily Rotunda anyway. Like his uncles are getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. American Express.
U.S. Express.
Yes.
Yep. American Express is a credit card.
Thank you. U.S. Yeah.
Well, his dad.
His dad's already a Hall of Famer anyway with IRS. No, he's not. Yes, he is.
No.
Is he not? IRS. It's choking me up. It still affects me heavily for the sake of it's just a young life taken too soon. So you bet your bottom dollar I will watch that doc during the workday. I'll find a way to watch it. I want to be able to put
Sunday.
No, it's not. It's on a Monday. April 1st is Monday. April 31st is Easter. April 1st is Monday after Raw. It's on April Fool's Day, Monday.
Sure about that?
100%.
Pretty
100%. I know because of work.
Easter Sunday. Okay.
I
don't even care. I'll watch it after Raw.
I will stay up and I will watch every bit and I will weep.
I just might not watch Raw.
Fair. Well, it's the Monday night before WrestleMania anyway.
Yeah, it's the go home Monday Night
Raw. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be funny to see him
as Husky Harris.
But then we get to see Premium Bray. What killed me the most though on Monday night.
Anyway.
What killed me the most on Monday was they showed the trailer and then they cut to the crowd and the Fireflies were out. And again, it's giving me chills.
Yeah, that was a huge.
It just shows you the impact that he did and had on wrestling. With that being said, that is the end of the podcast. You have anything else to say?
Did you fill out a bracket?
I did. I filled up 2. And no, I did not make Iowa State winning at all because I don't think they will. But I want them to go far and succeed. I actually have UConn winning one of them, and I have North Carolina winning the other.
Of course.
Well, I'm a big NC fan. Is she going to poke him in the stick? Oh, hockey stick to the balls. Ow. With that being said...
and here comes Beth Phoenix.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm waiting for her to show up, honestly. With that being said, you can follow us on all social media, on literally anything that you can think of. We are on TikTok, GQ Wrestling Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter X
at GQ Wrestling Pod.
You can follow us on Instagram, GQ Wrestling Podcast. Honestly, our Facebooks, Garrett Galvin, Justin Query. You can find us out on there. Same thing on TikTok or even on Instagram. That's our names on there too. We post everything that we share out there. YouTube, you follow us already out there. It's GQ Wrestling Podcast. Search our names, search GQ Wrestling Podcast. It's going to be the first thing that comes up. You'll see our glorious shining faces.
Yeah.
There they are. WrestleMania season's coming. It's going to get a little busier and busier. Officially, Minneapolis put their bid in for WrestleMania next year.
Let's go.
So if they win, if they get it, we're gonna find a way.
I would take on a small personal loan.
We're gonna go to WrestleMania. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
If it's 2.5 hours north, I'm going to find a way to go to WrestleMania. So, like we said, for any of our merch, it's going to be in the bio. Same thing with Dubby in the bio. We appreciate you all humanoids, both auditorially and also on the video side. Like we say every week, no one asks us to do this, but yet you listen to us and watch us. I was looking at our analytics this week. We've had over 15,000 views just on YouTube alone.
It's impressive.
I'm still, every time anybody even views us and comments and likes anything that we do, I'm very utterly shocked that anybody else wants to hear what we say.
Right.
But we appreciate every bit of it. Like he said at the beginning, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. So, like we say every week, we bid you adieu to you and to you. We thank you, auditorial and video. We bid good night. And that is a barbed wire bat. So we're going to end with
a barbed wire steel chair.
Bang.
Bye.
We have made such amazing progress on this podcast journey and are pumped to share our first sponsor with you guys tonight, Dubby Energy. Dubby is on a mission to change the game and create a better future for energy drinks, and we are so excited to partner with them. Dubby is your taste buds' favorite energy drink that comes with all the good stuff and none of the crash. Formulated with vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including their patented neurofactor. Dubby gives you clean energy and laser focus without any fillers, maltodextrin, or anti-official colors. Just mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of cold water and you're ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. Even better, Dubby ships worldwide, so whatever corner of the world you're listening to us from, you can enjoy it too. With some awesome flavors and growing following, see what all the buzz is about and get on board with the clean energy movement. Try it today with our exclusive promo code available to all GQ podcast listeners. With the promo code of GQPOD10. Once again, it is GQPOD10. Do better with Dubby.